What is all of this contraption? It is my old standing desk conversion that I do during Zoom calls. I want to talk to you about this option. I want to talk to you about another option I use when I do a writing standing desk conversion. And then we're going to go into an unboxing because I'm actually going official. I'm actually purchased a conversion sit stand desk, and I want to see if it works better than this. I think it will, and I'll tell you why. Also, super important in this video is I'm going to walk you through the process that I use with clients when they're deciding if, because it's not always needed, if to use a conversion for your desk, and if so, what type that you need. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. I am Sheri Traxler with Nourish Your Life, author of Go Forward, 28 Days to Eat, Move, which is what this is involving, and Enjoy Life God's Way. Today's standing desk topic, we're going to start with my old version. This works absolutely fine for me when I'm doing 1 or 2 Zoom calls a day. For clients, sometimes we use a phone call, sometimes we use Zoom. And if it's only a couple of Zoom, this could work. So for this, I have an old HelloFresh box on the bottom, then a little storage box, then the box the computer came in, and then the computer itself. And this is so that, I'm eye level with the camera, because otherwise you don't want to be looking up or looking down at your client. This works well for that. If you have just once a week or once a day that you're needing to stand for a call, a contraption like this could work. The problem is storing all these boxes, figuring out, that became the issue for me, was not just the setup and the tear down, but where do I store them, and making sure that you've got enough room that it's not going to clutter to store them. Let's talk about the criteria that I use and that I walk my clients through. First is, do you need to keep the desk that you have? For me, yes. I have a family desk that I use, and then also a computer armoire. So I work between the two, and I really want to keep the family desk. So purchasing a full standing, sitting desk doesn't work for me. I need a converter. I need something that goes on top of my current desk and doesn't damage it. Also ask yourself, how often are you going to be sitting and typing? How often are you going to be writing and like pen and paper? So you want to be able to have multiple heights for that. I'm going to show you my makeshift that I've used for that. Also, what is your schedule like during the day? Do you stand or do you move around and have meetings with clients where you're standing and moving around already, and you're sitting for maybe 1 or 2 hours of the day with a computer or with writing? Maybe you don't even need a sitting conversion or a standing desk. If, on the other hand, like one of my clients, she is a sit all day with clients or sit all day with her computer, yes, having a standing desk or a converter desk is really important for her. Another client, though, her days are very varied. If she has projects going on with people, she is on her feet all day long. And then other days, she is at her desk all day long. So she needs to be able to have some conversion, but doesn't necessarily need a full electric raising and lowering desk unit. So just think about that. How often do you do it? Because you want to be able to get up and move about every hour. And if you are sitting for several hours and you need to be glued to your computer or glued to what you're writing, you need to be able to stand at least during some of that time. Also, what if you work different places? I have a client who he works in some coffee shops. He works some at home. He works in some other clients' offices. So if he invested in a full standing desk, an electric, up, down, full desk, that would be a waste for him because he's not going to carry that to coffee shops and to his clients' offices. He's probably going to do better. In fact, I know he does better with something like what I'm going to unbox today. That is a small portable converter that can go to a coffee shop if he's going to be sitting and standing there for a while or working at a client's office. I also need room to write, and this high doesn't work for that. So standing, this got really creative for me. An old bed tray and a lap desk on top of that so it can adjust and slant. This was one of the things that got really difficult for me when I was searching for a converter for a regular desk. There are desks that you can get the entire desk to raise and lower, and there are converters that are electric that go on top of your current desk and raise and lower as a platform. But I didn't want yet more gadgets. I've already got enough pieces going on. I wanted something that would do this version of it where it could be flat if I wanted a laptop on it for a call, or tilt for writing. And I finally found one. I'm going to be showing that to you today. So for yourself, number one, know that it's important for you to move around. Number two, if your work involves sitting for long periods and you cannot leave your desk, you need to be able to have a standing option, and it needs to have multiple levels. So number one is using a full-on adjustable contraption where you get the whole thing that goes up and the whole thing that comes down. And those range anywhere from a few $100 to a few $1,000s. And if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to spend a few $1,000s on this, I promise you, back pain and productivity are so impacted that you need to go ahead and do this. If, on the other hand, you're saying, I just need something I can take off my desk, put back on, that's what I'm going to try out with you today. I am so excited. I have not opened this yet. We get to open it together. This is from the uncagedergonomics.com. They call it the laptop stand and standing desk. So let's see if it's going to work and how it's going to work. You also get to see my lack of prowess in figuring out how to open a box without cutting myself. And here's the other side of the box. There we go. If you need to carry this, like my client who goes coffee shops and clients' offices, comes in a bag. And for those of us who like directions, we'll find out if the directions are good. I like this. It's fully assembled. This is an optional connecting mouse pad. All the pressure, I know you're watching, so I'm trying to figure this out fast, but I'm going to fast forward this anyway, so it's okay if it takes time. Press down on the lower frame, pull the top panels upward, grasp the metal bar on the top panel. Oh, this is easy. You know, I need to lower this so you can see what I need to lower the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I hold the lower part down. And, whoop, I don't want to raise that. So it really is that easy. And then clicks at different levels. Cool. All right, let's see if it'll click in. Good. So this is kind of laptop level. And to tilt it, raise, and go on one of the pegs. Oh my goodness. This is super easy. And it's sturdy. I'm going to love this. To lower, we squeeze the two levers, on the sides and lower slowly. Let's see if that works. Yes. Oh my gosh. That is so easy. Okay, you now have no excuses for setting less and moving more, because you can do an old box of different heights or several boxes. You can do a breakfast tray, and now you have a really nice version that you can use. And if your situation calls for it, you can even do a full desk that sits and stands, or a full converter that electronically lowers and raises, or you can do manual. I mean, there's so many options. It's just a matter of finding what works for you. So if you're thinking, I'm not really sure what works for me, I need you to take me through what you take your clients through, reach out. I'll give you a few pointers, absolutely, because I want you to be able to start sitting less and moving more, and this is one of the solutions to help you do that. Thanks again for being here. Remember to subscribe and click that notification bell, and until next time, find your unique path and fulfill your potential.